Ridley, you're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We have two players whose stories in this league will always be linked. It's the first and second pick from the 2012 NFL Draft. It's Andrew Luck going up against RG3. With that, let's get up to Cleveland. We're standing by our Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cleveland Browns. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Okay, Charles, who are you picking to highlight here as we show the starters for the Cleveland Browns?
I like how you said highlight because I'm going to go with Isaiah Crowell, the running back, because if you go back to his high school days, he was in the spotlight. Actually announced he's going to the University of Georgia holding up a bulldog puppy. Didn't work out there. Went to Alabama State and had a nice career. Undrafted, unheralded, but had a really nice year in 2015, so he's trying to bring the spotlight back.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll toss it to Crowell. And he cuts it right sideline. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And they got 29 yards there. And that'll be good for a Cleveland first. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the...
There goes Thomas Rawls. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Thomas Rawls, 85 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The return man is Mario Alford. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And as the Cleveland Browns come back out onto the field, they'll get going again on offense here in a second. But 1-15 this last year. And it's a franchise that since moving back to Cleveland in '99 has only been to the playoffs one time.
Hard to believe, right? Just 2 winning seasons in that time.
Yeah, only 2.
Well, but I think there's optimism to be had here in Cleveland. I think that the fans, it's tough for them to see it after another 1-15 season. But I think that they have a plan in place. Ownership, front office, head coach, all in lockstep together with a vision and a plan that they intend to execute.
That's complete. It's Gordon. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Coleman has it here right side. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Now Griffin on first down. It's caught. It's Barnidge over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cam Chancellor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Griffin on second down. And this one brought in by Barnidge. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? And that's the type of play where to fire up the defense. Hold him to 1 yard on a first down run. Be interesting.
Looking for Barnidge, and it's intercepted. A great read, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jordan Payton, 59 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19. Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Rolls. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. To throw is Wilson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First down, this is Rawls. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. A first down carry now for Crowell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. On first and 10, it's Griffin. Caught, left side, it's Barnage. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Second down now after the pass completion.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On second down, here's Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
On first down, Griffin. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They come up in an offset eye. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. 3rd and 2, now Griffin. And this will be caught by Barnage for a Cleveland touchdown. Gary Barnage, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have moved out in front. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The pitch to Crowell. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 47 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another run, but this time it's Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. We've got a 3rd and 11. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wilson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. To throw is RG3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
From the shotgun, Griffin. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here, the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly.
Do
AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong. All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Now a toss running left. This is Crowell. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and it'll give the Browns a first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Griffin on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Gordon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin eluding the pressure right. He finds Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They give it to Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
13 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They come out here in the eye. Now Wilson out to his left. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he's up across the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They begin with a run by Crowell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Defensively, the tackle by Cam Chancellor.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Again, it's Crowell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And he's got Lockett. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And quickly, they get to the line.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Wilson on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going in.
Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 73 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 55 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Wilson. And it is Incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
He finds Coleman. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Browns are going to have a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Griffin on 1st down. Steps away to his left. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Cleveland 1st. And still for me, with the injuries, every time he carries that football, you just kind of hold your breath, don't you?
You have to, because you noted it. The injuries in the past have derailed his career up until this point. Now we're seeing some more evidence of him using his legs again, but he does have to be careful. They need him out on the field.
Yeah, RG3, you got to have him out there. So explosive. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. This is Crowell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. To throw is RG3. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Terrell Pryor from 21 yards away. And the Browns are pouring it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Tyler Lockett now with a return. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. And even 50 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. In the slot on the right is Graham. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And the hurdle that time, a great hurdle. Gives him the extra ground to gain for the first. And now they're in the hurry-up. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Again, Wilson. That's caught at the 3. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd and goal. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They come out here in the eye. Now Griffin back into his end zone. Caught left side. It's Barnage. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Flush to his right. Looking for Barnage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. Pick up the first before he's... And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week, because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail, all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field, you name it. And when it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. To throw is up, and the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. Griffin forced out to his left. He finds Coleman. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. And out now come the Seahawks. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Griffin going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Griffin. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now it's Wilson. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
One last shot for Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job.